Friends, imagine if I were to ask you, 1 year from now, you wake up and nothing has changed. Same job, same struggles, same doubts, same as you. Now, imagine waking up 1 year from today and you barely recognize yourself. You're stronger, wiser, more capable, and infinitely more valuable than you are right now. What's the difference between these two futures? It's not about luck. It's not about talent. It's not even about working harder. It's about one critical decision: investing in yourself. Your bank account isn't your greatest wealth. You are. Your mind, your skills, your health, your character. These are the real assets that compound over time. In the next 33 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to become your own best investment. This isn't a theory. This is a proven blueprint used by the world's most successful people. Are you ready to transform? Let's begin. Welcome to SMQ Audiobook, where we turn wisdom into action and potential into reality. I want you to understand something profound. You're walking around with millions of dollars of untapped potential, not in your wallet, not waiting for you somewhere, but locked inside your mind, waiting to be released through the power of self-investment. Most people spend their entire lives investing in everything except themselves. The latest smartphone, the newest car, designer clothes, a bigger house. And look, there's nothing inherently wrong with these things. But here's what they're missing. All those external possessions are only as valuable as the person who owns them. A luxury car in the hands of someone who hasn't invested in their character is just an expensive liability. But knowledge, skills, discipline, health, emotional intelligence, these compounds daily. They transform ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Today, we're exploring the ultimate 2026 self-investment blueprint. 10 powerful principles that will revolutionize how you see yourself and your potential. These aren't just motivational concepts. These are battle-tested strategies that separate those who dream from those who achieve. Think of this as your personal growth manual for the year ahead. By the end of this audiobook, you'll have a clear roadmap to multiply your value as a human being. The most important project you'll ever work on is yourself. Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Mindset Revolution. Your life will never change until your mindset does. This is where everything begins. Let me tell you about two people. We'll call them Sarah and Marcus. Sarah believes success is for people who got lucky, people born into the right families, who went to the right schools, who knew the right people. So Sarah works hard, but always within comfortable boundaries. She never takes risks because what if I fail? She reads the same books, watches the same shows, and has the same conversations year after year. Marcus, on the other hand, believes something different. He believes that his mind is like a muscle. The more he trains it, the stronger it becomes. Every morning, Marcus spends 30 minutes feeding his mind with new ideas. He reads books by people who've achieved what he wants to achieve. He listens to podcasts by experts in fields he's curious about. He asks himself daily, what did I learn today that I didn't know yesterday? Fast forward 3 years. Sarah is exactly where she was, same position, same salary, same limitations. Marcus? He's been promoted twice, started a side business, and most importantly, he sees possibilities where he used to see obstacles. The difference? Mindset. Your thoughts create your reality. Neuroscience proves this. When you repeatedly think certain thoughts, your brain literally rewires itself through neuroplasticity. If you constantly tell yourself, I can't, your brain finds evidence to support that belief. If you tell yourself, I'm learning how, your brain starts looking for solutions. Here's your first investment strategy. Feed your mind with growth, not garbage. Stop scrolling through social media for hours, watching other people live their dreams while your dreams collect dust. Instead, invest that time in learning. Read one chapter of a personal development book. Watch one educational video. Listen to one inspiring podcast. Remember, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your thoughts. If you want to change your life, start by changing what you put into your mind daily. Your mind is your most powerful asset. Treat it accordingly. Chapter 2. The Health Investment. Here's a hard truth. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have your health, you have nothing. I've seen people work 80-hour weeks, sacrificing sleep, eating junk food at their desks, telling themselves, I'll focus on health once I'm successful. Then one day, their body sends them a bill they can't afford to pay. Heart disease, diabetes, chronic fatigue, burnout. Your body isn't separate from your success. It's the foundation of it. Think about it this way. Your body is like a high-performance vehicle. Would you put low-quality fuel in a Ferrari and expect it to perform at peak levels? Would you never service it and expect it to last? Of course not. Yet that's exactly what most people do with their bodies. They fuel it with processed foods, run it on 5 hours of sleep, and wonder why they can't focus, why they're always tired, why they can't think clearly. Here's the truth. When your body is strong, your mind is sharp. Studies show that regular exercise increases blood flow to the brain, improving memory, focus, and cognitive function by up to 25%. Physical fitness isn't just about looking good. It's about performing at your highest level mentally and emotionally. You don't need to become a bodybuilder or run marathons. Start small. 20 minutes of movement daily. Walking, jogging, yoga, anything that gets your heart rate up. 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. Your brain literally detoxifies during sleep. Whole foods that nourish your body. You're what you eat, literally. Here's what happens when you invest in your health. Your energy levels soar. Your mood improves. Your confidence grows. You make better decisions. You show up as the best version of yourself in every area of life. Successful people understand this. They don't see exercise as a luxury. They see it as non-negotiable because they know that health isn't everything, but without health, everything else is nothing. Your body is your only permanent home. Take care of it. Chapter 3. The Skill Acceleration. The world is changing faster than ever before. What was essential yesterday might be obsolete today. What's cutting edge today might be basic tomorrow. Here's the critical question. Are you growing or are you becoming obsolete? Think of yourself like a computer. An old computer can't run new software. It crashes. It freezes. It becomes useless. The only solution? Upgrade. You need to upgrade your skills constantly. Here's a powerful truth. Your income is directly proportional to your value in the marketplace. Want to earn more? Become worth more. Want more opportunities? Develop more capabilities. The most successful people I know follow this rule. Learn at least one new high-value skill every year. What's a high-value skill? Something that solves real problems for real people. Communication skills. The ability to articulate ideas clearly, persuade effectively, and connect authentically. Digital literacy. Understanding the tools and platforms that run our modern world. Financial intelligence. Knowing how money works, how to save it, invest it, and make it work for you. Creative problem solving. The ability to find innovative solutions to complex challenges. Emotional intelligence. Understanding and managing your emotions and connecting with others. Here's what happens when you invest in skills. You become irreplaceable. While others worry about job security, you have career security. Because you're not dependent on one job, you have abilities that are valuable anywhere. I love this analogy. Imagine a woodcutter who chops trees every day. He works hard, swinging his axe from dawn to dusk. But over time, his axe gets dull. He has to swing harder and harder to achieve the same results. He's exhausted, frustrated, working harder but achieving less. Then a wise person tells him, spend just 10 minutes each day sharpening your axe. At first, the woodcutter resisted. I don't have time. I have trees to cut. But finally, he tries it. And what happens? With a sharp axe, he cuts twice as many trees in half the time. Your skills are your axe. Keep them sharp. Don't wait for your employer to train you. Don't wait for permission. Take courses online. Read books. Watch tutorials. Practice. Implement. The education you give yourself is worth more than any degree. In 2026, the learners will inherit the earth, while the learned will find themselves perfectly equipped for a world that no longer exists. Stay curious. Stay hungry. Stay learning. Chapter 4. The Network Effect. Show me your 5 closest friends, and I'll show you your future. This isn't just a saying, it's backed by research. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Your income, your habits, your mindset, your health, all of these are influenced by your social circle. Think about it. If you surround yourself with people who complain constantly, who gossip endlessly, who see problems in every opportunity, what happens to your mindset? You become like them. Negativity is contagious. But if you surround yourself with people who are growth-oriented, ambitious, positive, and solution-focused, you elevate automatically. Excellence is also contagious. Your network is an investment. Some people think networking is about collecting business cards or adding connections on LinkedIn. That's not networking. That's contact collecting. Real networking is about building genuine relationships with people who challenge you, inspire you, and push you to become better. It's about surrounding yourself with people who are where you want to be, doing what you want to do. Here's what investing in your network looks like. Attend conferences and events in your field, not to sell, but to learn and connect. Join masterminds or accountability groups with people who share your ambitions. Find mentors who've achieved what you're working toward. Learn from their wins and their mistakes. Be valuable to others. Help people generously without expecting immediate returns. I've seen it repeatedly. One conversation with the right person can change your entire trajectory. One introduction can open doors you didn't know existed. One mentor can save you years of trial and error. But here's the key. You can't just take from your network. You must give. Be the person who adds value, who shows up, who follows through, who lifts others up. The most successful people understand this. Your network is your net worth. Invest in relationships with people who make you better. Distance yourself from people who drain you. Spend time with those who inspire growth. Your associations determine your destinations. Chapter 5, Time Mastery. Everyone gets the same 24 hours. Billionaires and broke people. CEOs and unemployed individuals. High achievers and underachievers. The difference isn't how much time you have, it's how you invest it. Here's a brutal truth. You're either spending time or investing time. And most people are spending. Spending time looks like scrolling social media for hours, watching your life pass by while you watch other people live theirs. Binge watching shows that entertain but don't enhance. Engaging in gossip and drama that drains your energy. These activities give you zero return. You spend 3 hours and get nothing back except regret. Investing time looks like reading books that expand your mind, learning skills that increase your value, having conversations that challenge your thinking, working on projects that build your future. These activities compound. You invest 1 hour reading today, and you're smarter tomorrow. You invest 1 hour learning a skill today, and you're more capable next month. You invest 1 hour building today, and you're more successful next year. Time is your most precious currency. Spend it wisely. Here's a powerful exercise. For 1 week, track every hour of your day. Be honest. At the end of the week, ask yourself, how many hours did I invest in my growth versus how many did I waste? The answer will shock you. Most people waste 20 to 30 hours per week on activities that add zero value to their lives. Imagine if you redirected just 10 of those hours toward learning, building, creating, or improving yourself. That's 520 hours per year. That's enough time to master a new language, build a side business, write a book, or transform your health. Successful people don't manage time. They guard it fiercely. They say no to distractions. They protect their productive hours. They schedule their priorities instead of prioritizing their schedules. Warren Buffett once said, "The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything." Your time is limited. Every minute spent on something trivial is a minute stolen from something meaningful. Invest your time like you invest your money, carefully, strategically, and with an eye on returns. Chapter 6, Conquering Fear. Fear is the silent killer of dreams. More people fail because of fear than because of lack of talent, resources, or opportunities. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. But here's what most people don't understand. Fear and growth cannot coexist in the comfort zone. Let me explain through a story. Imagine two graduates, both talented, both ambitious. The first one gets a job offer that's safe, predictable, and comfortable. Good salary, stable company, no risks. He takes it immediately. The second one gets the same offer, but also has an opportunity to join a startup. Higher risk, uncertain future, but massive growth potential. She's terrified, but takes the leap anyway. 5 years later, the first person is still in that safe job, making marginally more money, doing the same work, feeling stuck. The second person? She's failed twice, learned enormously, and is now running her own venture, earning 10 times more and loving every day. What made the difference? She invested in conquering her fear. Here's the truth about fear. It never goes away. The most successful people in the world still feel fear. The difference is they don't let fear make their decisions. When you step outside your comfort zone, when you speak on stage for the first time, when you start that business, when you have that difficult conversation, you're terrified. Your heart races. Your palms sweat. Your mind screams, turn back. But if you push through, something magical happens. That fear transforms into confidence. That anxiety becomes strength. Every time you do something that scares you, you grow stronger. Think about it. Every skill you have now once scared you. Driving a car, public speaking, your first day at any job. But you did it anyway, and now it's second nature. Fear is just growth in disguise. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. I successfully discovered 1,000 ways that won't work." That's the mindset of someone who's invested in conquering fear. They see failure not as defeat, but as feedback. They see setbacks not as stop signs, but as setups for comebacks. Here's your challenge. Do one thing every week that scares you. Start small. Have that uncomfortable conversation. Try that new skill. Apply for that opportunity you think you're not ready for. Each time you face fear and survive, you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you believed. And that confidence, that unshakable belief in yourself, is the most valuable investment you'll ever make. Remember, on the other side of fear is freedom. Chapter 7. The Knowledge Compounding. Many people think education ends when school ends. They graduate, get a job, and stop learning. This is one of the most costly mistakes you can make. The truth? Real education begins when formal education ends. Warren Buffett, one of the world's wealthiest people, was asked about his secret to success. He pointed to a stack of books and said, "Read 500 pages like this every day." That's how knowledge works. It builds up like compound interest. Think about that. A book represents someone's entire life's work, their biggest lessons, their hardest failures, and their greatest successes, all condensed into 200 to 300 pages. For $20 and 5 hours of your time, you can download decades of experience directly into your brain. That's the highest ROI investment on planet Earth. If you read just one book per month, that's 12 books per year. In 5 years, you'll have absorbed the wisdom of 60 brilliant minds. How can you not be transformed by that? But here's what most people do. They buy the book, put it on their shelf, and never read it. Or they read it, but never implement anything. Knowledge without action is useless. It's not what you know that matters. It's what you do with what you know. Here's how to invest in knowledge properly. 1. Read with intention. Don't just read to finish. Read to understand. Take notes. Highlight key concepts. 2. Apply immediately. After learning something valuable, implement it within 24 hours. Knowledge plus action equals power. 3. Teach others. When you teach something, you learn twice. Share what you learn. 4. Diversify your learning. Read books across different fields. Psychology, business, philosophy, history, science. The best ideas often come from connecting concepts from different domains. The most successful people are voracious learners. Elon Musk taught himself rocket science by reading books. Oprah Winfrey credits reading for her success. Bill Gates reads 50 books per year. They understand that in a rapidly changing world, The ability to learn faster than your competition is your only sustainable advantage. Books are mentors who are available 24/7, who never judge you, who share their deepest wisdom for the price of coffee. Your mind is like a garden. If you plant seeds of knowledge daily and water them with application, you'll harvest wisdom. If you leave it unattended, weeds of ignorance will grow. Feed your mind, or it will feed on itself. Invest in books. Invest in courses. Invest in knowledge. It's the one investment that always pays dividends and can never be taken away from you. Chapter 8. Emotional Intelligence. IQ might get you the job, but EQ, emotional intelligence, is what gets you the promotion and keeps you successful. What is emotional intelligence? It's your ability to recognize and understand your own emotions, manage your emotional responses, empathize with others, navigate social situations effectively. Here's why this matters. Most people are controlled by their emotions rather than managing them. Someone criticizes them, and they explode. Something doesn't go their way, and they collapse. Someone achieves something, and they become envious. When your emotions control you, you can't control your life. I've seen brilliant people destroy their careers with one angry email. I've watched talented individuals sabotage relationships because they couldn't manage their jealousy or insecurity. I've observed capable leaders fail because they couldn't handle stress. Technical skills might be what you're hired for, but emotional intelligence is what you're fired for lacking. Think about the people you most respect. Chances are they're emotionally intelligent. They stay calm under pressure. They listen more than they talk. They manage conflict gracefully. They inspire trust. They make people feel valued. These aren't innate talents. They're learned skills, and they're worth investing in. Here's how to develop emotional intelligence. 1. Practice self-awareness. Throughout the day, check in with yourself. What am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling this? This simple practice transforms reactive behavior into responsive behavior. 2. Develop impulse control. When you feel a strong emotion, pause before acting. Count to 10. Take a deep breath. Respond thoughtfully, not reaction ally. 3. Cultivate empathy. Before judging someone, try to understand their perspective. Ask yourself, what might they be going through that I don't know about? 4. Improve your communication. Learn to express your feelings clearly without blaming others. I feel frustrated when is more effective than you always. 5. Manage stress proactively. Develop healthy coping mechanisms. Exercise, meditation, journaling. Find what works for you and do it consistently. Research shows that people with high emotional intelligence earn an average of $29,000 more annually than those with low EQ, are 4 times more likely to be promoted, have better relationships and higher life satisfaction, experience less stress and better mental health. Your emotions are powerful forces. Learn to harness them instead of being hijacked by them. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Chapter 9. Financial Literacy. Here's a shocking statistic. 78% of people live paycheck to paycheck. Not because they don't earn enough, but because they never learned how money actually works. They earn money but don't know how to keep it, grow it, or make it work for them. This is financial illiteracy, and it's costing people their futures. Investing in yourself financially isn't just about making more money. It's about understanding how money works. Let me tell you about 2 people earning the same salary, $60,000 per year. Person A spends everything they earn. New car every few years. Latest gadgets. Expensive clothes. They're always broke, despite earning decent money. Person B lives on 70% of their income, saves 10%, and invests 20%. They drive a reliable used car. They think before every purchase, is this moving me forward or backward? In 10 years, Person A is still living paycheck to paycheck, deeper in debt. Person B has built wealth, has passive income streams, and has financial freedom. Same income, completely different outcomes. The difference? Financial intelligence. Here's what financial literacy means. 1. Budgeting. Know exactly where every dollar goes. Track your spending. Lie below your means. 2. Eliminating bad debt. High-interest debt is financial poison. Credit card debt, payday loans, these destroy wealth. Eliminate them aggressively. 3. Building an emergency fund. Have 3 to 6 months of expenses saved. This gives you options when life happens. 4. Understanding investing. Make your money work for you. Learn about stocks, real estate, index funds, retirement accounts. Start early. Let compound interest work its magic. 5. Continuous financial education. Read books on personal finance. Follow financial experts. Understand taxes, insurance, estate planning. Here's the truth. You can't build wealth with a poverty mindset. If you believe money is evil, you'll never have it. If you believe rich people are lucky, you won't become one. If you believe you don't deserve financial success, you'll sabotage it. Your relationship with money determines your financial reality. Warren Buffett started investing at age 11 and later said it was one of the biggest mistakes of his life, that he started too late. Think about that. The world's most successful investor wishes he'd started even earlier. You don't need a fortune to start building wealth. You need financial education, discipline, and time. The best time to start was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. Financial freedom isn't about being rich, it's about having options. It's about not staying in a job you hate because you need the paycheck. It's about being able to take care of your family. It's about living life on your terms. Money isn't everything, but having financial intelligence changes everything. Invest time in understanding money. Your future self will thank you. Chapter 10. The Discipline Advantage. We've covered 9 powerful investment strategies, but none of them work without this final piece, discipline. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. Here's the harsh truth. Talent without discipline is wasted potential. Knowledge without discipline is useless information. Goals without discipline are just wishes. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Think about it. Everyone wants to be healthy, but discipline is waking up and exercising even when you don't feel like it. Everyone wants to be successful, but discipline is working on your goals when others are binge-watching Netflix. Everyone wants to grow, but discipline is reading that book instead of scrolling social media. Discipline isn't sexy. It's not exciting. It doesn't give you instant gratification. That's why most people don't have it. But discipline is what separates those who achieve from those who merely dream. I'll tell you a secret about discipline. It's not about willpower, it's about systems. Willpower is finite. It runs out. That's why relying on motivation alone doesn't work. Instead, you need systems, routines, and habits that make success automatic. Here's how to build discipline. 1. Start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Make one small change and stick to it for 30 days. Then add another. Small wins build momentum. 2. Create routines. Successful people don't rely on feelings. They have morning routines, work routines, evening routines. They do the important things at the same time every day until they become automatic. 3. Remove temptations. Make it easy to do what's right and hard to do what's wrong. Want to read more? Put books by your bed and keep your phone in another room. Want to eat better? Don't buy junk food. 4. Track your progress. What gets measured gets managed. Keep a journal. Check off completed tasks. Seeing your progress motivates you to continue. 5. Embrace discomfort. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't want to. The alarm goes off, you get up. You're tired, you still work out. You don't feel like reading, you read anyway. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build self-respect. You prove to yourself that you're reliable, capable, trustworthy. Self-discipline is self-love in action. Think of the most successful people you know or admire. Are they the most talented? Not necessarily, but I guarantee they're among the most disciplined. Kobe Bryant practiced basketball at 4 a.m. Barack Obama works out every morning no matter how busy his schedule. Jocko Willink wakes up at 4:30 a.m. every single day. Discipline isn't punishment. It's the highest form of self-respect. It's saying, I care enough about my future to sacrifice temporary comfort today. Here's what happens when you develop discipline. Your confidence skyrockets. Your results compound. Your self-image transforms. You become someone who does what they say they'll do, someone who can be counted on, someone who achieves their goals. Freedom is on the other side of discipline. Discipline yourself now or regret it later. The choice is yours. But here's the thing. Knowledge without action is worthless. You can watch this video, feel inspired, and then do nothing. Or you can make today the day everything changes. I challenge you right now. Pick 3 of these 10 strategies. Just 3. Not all 10. That's overwhelming. Choose the 3 that resonate most with you and commit to implementing them this month. Maybe it's reading 30 minutes daily. Maybe it's exercising 20 minutes every morning. Maybe it's learning one new skill. Whatever it is, write it down. Right now, make it specific. Make it measurable. Because here's the truth. 1 year from now, you'll either be grateful you started today or you'll wish you had. The stock market might crash. Real estate might decline. Your job might disappear. But the investment you make in yourself, that can never be taken away. No recession can destroy the skills you've learned. No economic downturn can erase the knowledge you've gained. No market crash can eliminate the person you become. You are the only asset that's guaranteed to appreciate if you invest in it consistently. Remember, small daily improvements lead to massive long-term results. You don't need to transform overnight. You just need to be 1% better today than you were yesterday. Do that for a year, and you'll be 37 times better. The compound effect is real, and it works in your favor when you're consistent. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait until you have more time, more money, or more knowledge. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Your future self is watching you right now, hoping you make the right choice. This is SMQ Audiobook, and we're here to help you unlock your potential, one audiobook at a time. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're releasing powerful content like this every week to fuel your growth journey. Drop a comment below. Which of these 10 strategies are you committing to implement first? I read every single comment, and your insights inspire our community. Share this with someone who needs to hear it today. You never know. Your share might be the catalyst that changes someone's life. Remember, the best investment you'll ever make is in yourself. Now go out there and become the person you're capable of being. Your extraordinary life is waiting. I'll see you in the next audiobook. Until then, keep growing, keep learning, and keep investing in yourself.